What is going on, everyone? Johnny Talk Sports here. Now it's baseball season, and I'm going to give you my prediction for the baseball season. I'm just going to do what I think the final standings are going to be, and the wild cards, of course, and your World Series matchup and champion. I'm not going to go through the whole playoff thing because that's going to take a long time. So I want to get this over with quick because I know by the time you watch this, it's probably going to be during opening day or past it. So let's just go through this really quickly. American League East for the AL East. Finishing first are the New York Yankees, second are the Boston Red Sox, third the Toronto Blue Jays, fourth the Baltimore Orioles, and fifth the Tampa Bay Rays. AL Central, the Cleveland Indians finishing first, Minnesota Twins second, Chicago White Sox third, Detroit Tigers fourth, and the Kansas City Royals bringing up the rear in that division. AL West, the Houston Astros, second I got the Seattle Mariners, third are the Los Angeles Angels, fourth are the Texas Rangers, fifth are the Oakland Athletics. And the wild cards, I think, are going to be the Boston Red Sox and the Minnesota Twins. Now the National League side. The NL East, winning that division, are the Washington Nationals. Two, I have the New York Mets. Third, I have the Philadelphia Phillies. I think they're going to surprise some people. I think they're going to win a lot more games than what they did last season. I think they're a surprise team to watch. Fourth are the Atlanta Braves. Fifth, the Miami Marlins. The NL Central, finishing first are the Chicago Cubs. Second are the St. Louis Cardinals. Third, the Milwaukee Brewers. Fourth, the Pittsburgh Pirates. And bringing up the rear in that division, the Cincinnati Reds. And finally, the NL West, finishing first are the Los Angeles Dodgers. Second are the San Francisco Giants. Third are the Colorado Rockies. Fourth are the Arizona Diamondbacks. And bringing up the rear in that division are the San Diego Padres. And the wild cards in the NL are I think, going to be the New York Mets and the San Francisco Giants. So let's ultimately get to my World Series prediction. I think you're going to see some obvious and you're going to see maybe a surprise, depending on how you're going to look at this. Now, I went into this MLB offseason, I kind of went into this video thinking, okay, there's probably about maybe 4 or 5 teams that actually have a shot at winning this World Series. And I thought those 4 or 5 teams were the Astros, the Yankees, the Cubs, and the Dodgers, and maybe the Nationals, or maybe not. I know the Nationals are kind of a popular pick toward the beginning of the season because they've got Bryce Harper, and Bryce Harper is going to get a ring before he retires or moves on to maybe somewhere else. But my World Series matchup, I think, is going to be the Houston Astros versus the Chicago Cubs. And I think it's honestly going to be very fitting. We get the last 2 World Series champions go at it. And I think this is going to go 6 or 7. But I think at the end of this World Series, between the Houston Astros and the Chicago Cubs, I think the Astros are going to win it in 6 games. I know World Series champions, they have that World Series hangover. They tend to not make the playoffs the very next year. But the way I see this, I think if there's any team in the last decade that can go all the way again, back to back, it's this Houston Astros team. And I think they got stronger in this offseason. I think they even got better just by adding in Garrett Cole to their rotation. I think they're the best rotation in baseball. And I think you're going to get the Cubs because let's just face it, it just would fit a storyline of seeing the Chicago Cubs go against the Houston Astros in what we talked about a couple months ago when Yu Darvish signed with the Cubs, a Yu Darvish redemption story. And I don't think in this scenario Yu Darvish gets redemption. I think the Houston Astros beat the Chicago Cubs in the World Series in 6 games. So those are my baseball predictions. Comment your predictions down below, as well as who you think is going to win the World Series and your World Series matchup. And I will see you next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone. And enjoy the baseball season.